Hello and welcome to our Providence homestead. My name's Julie and today we're in the kitchen, my kitchen here on the homestead, and right behind me here, this is our refrigerator. We were away for a few days, pretty much like 10 days. And during that time, of course, my daughter was taking care of the homestead, but she doesn't want to be in front of the camera. But what she did was she changed the water filter for the refrigerator. And she went ahead and filmed it, so I told her I would put it on the site so that if anybody else has this particular refrigerator, that they could see how really simple and easy it is. There's a few nuances to it, but once you get that down pat, then it's ready. And right here, let me see if I can turn the camera just a little bit. There is a panel right here, and it tells when certain maintenance things needs to happen to the refrigerator. It's pretty much idiot proof, but it's a lot of things that go on with these new refrigerators. You know, when I was growing up, perhaps when some of you were growing up, there were no air filters, water filters, all these different things, electronics that were on our refrigerators. But it's a great convenience, and it helps us to keep the refrigerator, in this case, running properly, and providing for the water filter good water, clean water. We have a well, and the water is wonderful. I love the taste of our water, but with the filtration, it also helps to keep some of the deposits that may be in that water from going into the ice maker, which would then cause more problems with sediment happening in the ice maker. So it's a good thing to have a water filter system of some kind, even if you're on a well system, because there is a little bit of sediment that does come up with the water. Not enough to harm you if you drink a glass of water, but in electronics and mechanical things, it can pose a problem. So I'm going to pause here and insert the video that she did, and then I'll talk over what she did, and then we'll come back and end the video. Okay, so hang on. For me, it was like last week. For you, it's just going to be a few seconds. So hold on. Okay, like I said, this is a Frigidaire Gallery refrigerator, and this is the warning light that said to replace the water filter. It's located in the upper right corner of the refrigerator, and there's the filter itself. Okay, so here she's showing the light alarm that went off. It just a light up on the refrigerator saying it's time to change the water filter. And again, this is a Frigidaire Gallery. And this right here is where it's contained. And you pull it forward and then it comes down. That's the filter. And you have to push it in, and then it releases the water filter for you to remove the old one. And then you there's the new one. Again, I'll try and get the link so that you'll have that information and won't purchase the incorrect one like she did originally. This one has 2 prongs. You have to take those little caps off. And then you put it up into the filter. And you push it in the same place that it came out of. You push it in all the way, and then it locks. Just trying to line it up there. Push it in, and then it stays in place there, and then you close it. And you put that lid back up and then push it in like a little tab. And then the alarm, once it's in and the sensor senses that it's in, then that light will turn off and say it's all ready for you to use. So, like I said, it's an easy job and done less than 5 minutes. Now here, once you put in a new water filter, you have to run water through the system to clear out and fill that water filter back up with water. And that's why you see a little air coming out of the system as it comes in the water comes into the filter and then goes out, it would have collected some air bubbles. So you have to continue to do that until there's no more air bubbles in that filter system. And also there may be some carbon pieces from the filter itself, because it's a carbon filter, may be coming in there. So it's getting better. The water is getting less bubbles in it, and it's getting clear. And that's the two-prong system. The water comes in one prong, goes out the other prong, and that's how it fills up to have that filtration system for your refrigerator. So again, she's just continuing to fill water and make sure that it turns clear. There's a little bit of sediment in that one, but you know, she's done, and she'll continue to do that. So I was really glad that she ended up doing this. Now, again, it says to do 1 to 2 gallons. This is probably a 16-ounce glass. So I think she did it a total of 3 times, and it started running clear, no more air bubbles. And so she was satisfied that she had, in fact, installed it properly and released water through the filter system, and it turned out to be great, and she was done. So I really appreciate that she did this. And yeah, so let me know if you try this system. As she's showing it's clear. It's kind of hard with the lighting to see that it's clear. And then she's all done. She gives a thumbs up. Warning light is now off. Good job. Okay, so that's it. It was very simple the way she described it to me, and as we showed you on the video. The things that she wanted to emphasize is you have to be careful of what type of water filter you purchase. She went on Amazon, like most of us do, to get the part, because the local box store that we purchased this from, this refrigerator, didn't carry the water filter. So that's something I need to talk with them about, because if they're going to sell us the appliances, they need to carry the water filters. And we purchased this refrigerator, I want to say about 6 months ago. So I'm sure it's like on a 6-month cycle, or a water system, how much water pours through there, that kind of thing that makes it say, okay, it's time to change it. So we'll get with Lowe's, which is where I bought the refrigerator, and have them make sure they keep those water filters in stock. The thing was, there's some that are 2-prong, there's some that are 3-prong, there's some that are larger, round in circumference, and she actually had, the first one she purchased was not the correct one, although it said on the listing that it was. When it got here and she tried to put it on, it did not fit. So be aware of that, and I'll try and link the water filter that she used for this particular refrigerator. This is a Frigidaire gallery, and it has the big French doors here. It has a middle section here, and then the freezer way down there is at the bottom. So we fell in love with this refrigerator. We had to go through several different refrigerators that we did like, but that wouldn't fit. They were either too wide, too deep. There's so many different varieties of refrigerators nowadays that we wanted to be sure that it would fit here. So we had to measure the opening. We had to make sure this right here, when we opened the door, didn't hit this wall. This could actually go back deeper, but then we would have to trim some of the cabinet that's right above here, because we didn't account for a little bit. Let me raise you up here. There's a little bit of a lip up there. I don't know if you can see it up there. that prevents it from going back any further. And we were not aware that was not in the dimensions when we purchased this. So if next time we purchase appliance, we'll have to make sure that we include that part of the lip and not just go by the dimensions on the box. So that being said, that's today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are encouraged to do these types of home maintenance yourself, and that this gave you an introduction of how to manage and maintain your refrigerator to keep it working properly and not cause any problems in the water filtration system. Okay, so until next time, hug your loved ones, tell them you love them. It's so important these days with everything that's going on. Make sure your loved ones know how much you love them. Call your mom if you have a mom. I've lost my mom and I wish I could call her. So call and talk to your friends, your family, and stay in communication with them. So until next time, I'll see you then. God bless. Take care. Oh, and don't forget to like and share this video. You don't know who out there could use it and is kind of timid and afraid to replace the water filter. And this will show them just how simple it can be. Okay? Okay, see you next time.